It is a beautiful evening for football, and we are in Laredo, Texas, at one of the fields of the Laredo Independent School District. It's over at Martin High School, and tonight the home team will be the Weslaco Panthers, and they will be taking on Cibolo Steele up near the Austin area. Each team trying to advance in the high school playoffs. Both teams won their by-district games last week, and now we are into the area round, and of course both of these teams very good. And again, this is part of the UIL playoffs, and lots of fans here to support both teams tonight. And now the toss of the coin will be in just a moment. We'll find out who will get the ball first. If the team that wins the toss, will they defer until the second half, or will they take it? And I know, Fred, you were down on the field before the game, and you talked with a lot of players for both teams, and we did notice that for the visitors, they have several very good players, some which have already committed to some major schools.
Yeah, this is at this level from here on out. You mentioned in the beginning here how important it is for every team that's here is good. And now you take it a step further than that. You're going to see some of the athletes here that are going to be playing at the next level. As you watch here, the coin toss, we'll wait on the official here to give us Mr. Green. Art Green is the guy in the white cap. Yeah, so some of the players that we'll be discussing here are going to the next level.
All right, so Cibolo Steele won the toss, and they will receive first. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they want the ball. Why not? They have playmakers all over the field. If you are watching us, well, first of all, welcome. You said it. It's a great Friday night. Thank you for joining us, wherever you might be. Back home, back all over the state of Texas and beyond, welcome to our broadcast, live K-West production. So just wanted to talk about the fact that some of these guys that are here will be playing at a different level. We'll talk about them. There starts with a running back, number 28. He's going to be a guy you're going to have to be on the lookout for. This defense has no doubt prepared for him. Who are we talking about? Well, he's the running back that has already committed to Texas A&M. So he'll be playing on Saturday afternoons or Saturday mornings already. That is Jonathan Hatton. They call him Hat, number 28. He's going to be a guy to focus on. This defense is going to have to focus. Now, we bring the defenses for Weslaco High, one of the best in the Valley, come into play a very good offense in Steele in the Knights. That's going to be a matchup. The offensive line against a really good defense for Weslaco. That will probably determine the game. You have some athletes. Chris Luna is back starting at quarterback, so that's always an important one. And back there to receive for the Steele Knights, we'll mention now, that is number 2, Eli Johnson. He's one of their returners, one of their players that already, matter of fact, signed just last week, number 2. We talked about him as well. He's a guy who already signed and is ready to go to Ohio State. He'll be returning, number 2, and they're going to try to kick it away from him. He's going to get it, and he's going to bring it out.
He's got it up to the 10, and he'll be knocked down before he gets to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of but that tells you what they think, right? The return did not get much, but they wanted to bring it out maybe about halfway deep into their own side of things. But that's going to be a first down for the Steele Knights. So we'll see right off the beginning here how this defense adjusts for Weslaco. They have some speed, not a lot of size, but they can get there against the size that Steele brings. We'll see how that goes. DJ Green, number 3, is your quarterback, just a junior, along with Hat, number 28. We've already talked about him in the backfield.
All right, we'll see. Do they go for the pass or the run right away? With the running back they have, I would think they'll hand it off. And they do. And automatically, it's a nice little run. Yeah, up to about the maybe 16-yard line. But considering how good that running back is, being held to just a 3-yard gain is at least somewhat of a victory for Weslaco. It's now going to be 2nd down and 7.
Weslaco understands what they need to do here on defense.
Another running play.
Yeah, just a couple of yards there. Bring up a 3rd down for again, the Hat, number 28, Jonathan Hatton. He's going to be the future back all night tonight. You might as well get used to it. You know, they like to give him the ball. It doesn't matter where. Sometimes they'll swing it out as a pass as well.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and maybe a short 5, long 4. We've played 1 minute so far. And this time, It's a quarterback keeper, and he is knocked down at about the 15-yard line. Great defense by Weslaco on the opening series.
This is exactly, if you're the Panthers, what you wanted to see. A guy that has been there all night and will be there all night and has been all season. Watch number 52. That's right. We talked about Zamora, Ethan Zamora, along with the Jacob Hinojosa. And one thing this team will do is if you're going to pass, you're going to bring pressure. That's one of the things you are going to see. You saw it there. Big fourth down now for the Knights.
They'll punt the ball away inside their own 10-yard line. It heads toward midfield. It's going to hit just about midfield, and it'll be down in Panthers territory back around the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I know it's just a possession, but when you're playing a team of this caliber, this team walking in here, Coach Stroman said these guys are confident. One thing I can tell you, he says, I don't know exactly how things are going to go, but I can tell you one thing. These guys are not afraid to come and play the Knights. They respect them, but they don't fear anything. And they have a game plan they feel that is going to work out. And you're seeing it right off the first position on offense here. You'll see it.
It's going to be a running play. Gets to about midfield, gain of 2 for the Panthers.
Malachi Rodriguez is going to be a guy who is going to be very busy. You already see an adjustment here by the Panthers, number 45. That's right, that is Gael Reese. He's a senior defensive lineman. So Weslaco has decided that, hey, we're going to use our fullback tonight, and we're going to use one of our better tacklers, better blockers with some size. So that's already the first adjustment here for the Panthers.
Officially a gain of 1. Second down and 9. And another big running play, and the ball is down to around the 35-yard line.
So, follow 45. Early on, follow number 45 into the hole, and then remember, with number 15, Malachi Rodriguez, he's just a young sophomore. He's a tough runner. Once he crosses the line of scrimmage, then everything opens up. He's a tough runner to bring down. He's got some size, over 6 feet tall, has some speed. The Weslaco Panthers will run the ball. At least they will try to. And you try to see here early on what the plan is.
Ball in Knights territory at their 37-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Quick first down for, and now that ball is snapped over the head, and it's a loose ball at midfield. Who's going to get it? Which team?
It looks like Steele might have picked it up here. We'll see. It was. Oh, you have a player down there. Well, boy, that was a lot of white jerseys, and coming up at the end on it, what a good play there by Ethan Mendez, the young sophomore offensive lineman. Boy, that could have been disastrous. Well, it's still a play that ends up for a bad snap.
Yeah.
And it just goes over the head of Chris Luna. And then, at least the Panthers recovered here. Now
right, but they're back in their own territory.
Yeah.
Second down and a mile. Looks like they need about 20 yards to get a first down.
And they kind of changes your play calling.
Number 2, Chris Luna, quarterback for the Panthers.
Luna still a quarterback. Gets the snap. Passes it downfield. Gets about 5 or 6 yards into Cibolo Steele. Back around the 45-yard line.
Do you feel that every fourth down is a go for it for Weslaco? For sure. I think they feel they can try to do something. They're obviously, you talk about favorites and who's favored. Even though, remember, keep in mind, Ethan, number 1, that is McCandless, Hunter McCandless, is your punter. He's out and as a receiver. They're going to go for this.
All right, Luna has it, and he's going to run it. And he is going to get back to around the original line of scrimmage, down inside the 40 of Cibolo Steele. Quarterback keeper is going to make it 4th and 11.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think every fourth down you consider, you were trying to pick up some good yards there. Now you play field position, and there you are. There's number 1, Hunter McCandless. He's your punter on this team. Now, they don't have anybody there to return now.
No.
We'll see if still Knights do this here.
No, it is going to be kicked.
Got to go get it.
Kicked by the Panthers, and it rolls into the end zone.
Rolls into the end zone.
Yeah, there's nothing much there. You just had a roll, come and go down. So it's like a heavyweight bout, right? You kind of feel each other out the first few times. You see what you could do. Weslaco had a really good chance of picking up something until that fumble, obviously, or that bad snap that happened. But, you know, it's a good start for the defense. And I think coming in here, that's the focus. Tostado is in there. You know, obviously he's going to be one of those guys. Alexander Jimenez. We talked about Zamora. And then number 54, Jacob Hinojosa. If it's a pass, they're going to have to get rid of it quickly.
Yeah.
Because they're coming. We'll see how they play the run again.
Back in at quarterback. Green, quarterback for the night.
Green hands it off. And we see the ball is moved to around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice play there by Kike Rodriguez, number 19, the safety on this team. He understands. Hey, he practices against Malachi every day.
Yeah.
And you know, this running back we've talked about in Hatton. He's a tall running back, over 6 feet tall. So he knows how to tackle tall running backs. He practices one every day. Kike does.
There's going to be a pass over to the right side, and it's going to be a first down. They needed to pick up about 10, and they got it.
And that's what they're gonna count on. Quick passes. Jameen Harville, their number 1. He's another wide receiver to be on the lookout for. Just a young junior, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw the ball out there, one of their quick receivers, and then they're going to force you to tackle. That's what they want you to do. Come up and tackle, and then they'll try to hit a big play with you.
Knights have it at their own 31, 1st and 10, approaching the midway point of the opening quarter. This time it's a running play, and there's going to be a loss of several yards.
Jacob Hinojosa, number 54. Not only is he's probably one of the better pass rushers in the Valley, but you just saw it there. He plays the run exceptionally well. For a defensive end, he can hold the corner, and that's why this defense has been so successful for the Weslaco Panthers. That type of play, you know, and a loss for the Knights there.
That was the hat on that run.
Yep.
Anytime you can get Hatton down for a loss, you've accomplished something.
It's the passing down, it looks like.
Yep, 2nd down. There comes the pass, long pass, wide receiver open, and is brought down at the 20-yard line.
Yep. Micah Sheeler, number 0. He's their big play man, and you saw it there. He's got some speed. He's able to go up there and catch it. Number 0, Micah Sheeler. Keep an eye on him. He's a dangerous player. As you can see, he's got some speed. Got ahead of Saul Ramirez on that one. Big play.
1st and 10 at the 21 for the Knights. This time a run to the left side, and it is going to be a touchdown run.
Yeah, this is the recipe that the Steele Knights use. They try to go deep, or they try to set you up for a deep pass. One of their receivers, in this case Micah Sheeler on the previous play. And then when they got you in this situation, they're going to feed number 32. And once he gets rolling, check that, number 28, Jonathan Hatton on a big touchdown run. First touchdown is done by the Steele Knights.
Yeah, kind of a Mad Hatter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's another one of those players. You know, we talked about on the Weslaco side, and the extra point is good.
Yeah.
We talked about Malachi Rodriguez on the Weslaco side. Once he gets rolling, besides, you know, as long as he crosses the line of scrimmage, well, Hatton is no different. Hatton has the same, obviously, ability that Malachi does. And, you know, you can tell that he's got that speed as well. So a big play here by the Knights here early on. Strike first on this defense.
Yep, 4:58 remaining here in the opening quarter as the Knights score first. And it's good to see all the fans out here.
Yeah, good crowd. I think San Antonio Steele, Cibolo also brought some good people. You know, they got a good crowd. Then you got, obviously, Weslaco always travels in Panther pride.
And
together.
It was good to see you before the game. We heard the band. They brought most of the band for Steele. We didn't bring the whole band, but we had some mariachi players do the national anthem.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You know, it sometimes, you know, I think, you know, sometimes traffic here in Laredo, especially around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, we were here earlier, but it can really bog down. That might have been the case with the band. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just want the big grand entrance, you know? You know how band guys are. They just love that big entrance, yeah.
There's the kickoff, picked up at about the 5-yard line, taken out to the 20. And Ball brought back to about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, good return. Saul Ramirez is one of those players here that the Weslaco is going to count on, not just on special teams that you saw it there, but they're going to count on him on defense. He's got a tough matchup. At times will play single-handedly against Michael Sheeler, and you saw what happened earlier. But yeah, you know, I'm sure that the coaches will see that. Saul is a really good player. He'll adjust to that as well. So Saul Ramirez, a young junior.
All right, Luna's still a quarterback. Ball at about the 29. It's handed off, and maybe an actual loss of a couple yards on that rush.
Now, on the defensive side of ball, number 89 is missing off from the starting lineup for the Knights. They have different players who they're going to employ there. Jerry Robinson, who's got an offer from Cal, number 48 on that play. And then number 66, that's the guy we wanted to focus on. That is, we'll see him in a minute. Yeah, number 66, that is Lamonte Smith, senior defensive lineman, is in there for an injured player. So watch that edge where there's a lot of movement here.
A quick whistle.
Yeah.
Before anything really developed.
Yeah, four-year starter for number 66. He's in there now for Kenyon Watkins, who would be starting. Number 89 is out for an injury, but they're going to. Weslaco thinks that they might have an ability to run through that area. We'll see. They have a game plan to attack also on the opposite side. Julian Hugo.
5-yard penalty against Weslaco makes it 2nd down and 17. Once again, yeah, little or no gain.
Yeah, we were talking just about him. Julian Hugo, number 9. He'll be playing Saturdays at Arizona State, number 9 there. And they had a plan for him. We just kind of briefly talked about how they wanted to handle him. He's obviously a handful. You know, he's a player that comes off the edge, but just like a good edge player, he can really play the run really well. You saw it there.
It's about 3rd down and about 15 for the Panthers. Complete pass. And it picks up maybe 5 or 6, still well short on 4th down of the 1st down.
Yeah, wide receiver, middle screen there. They were coming off the edge.
Yeah, back to the original line of scrimmage.
Pike Kempke was one of the young sophomore linebacker was coming off the edge. Now him and his brother, they play on the same backfield. Pierce Kempke, he's a senior.
Okay.
He plays also in the backfield. Number 10 and number 11, 2 brothers playing. And the younger brother comes off the edge as a linebacker. Just did there.
Here comes the punt.
That was partially blocked. Yeah, that was partially blocked, it looked like. Yeah, it looked like Marshall Kenner, number 23, came off the edge. And boy, if he would just for a second later, he might have had a full block. But he was able to get his paw on it.
Yeah.
And break the punt there. So now the ball is going to, is it the 30?
Yeah, it's that's good.
35?
Definitely at least the 35.
Yeah, that's like what they're marking.
But it's in Panthers territory.
Right. Yeah, they just a good pressure and partial block there by Kenner.
Back in the quarterback, number 3, Green.
Green back in his quarterback. Green looks to pass the ball, and it's broken up.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Nathan Tostado, number 44. Now, Nathan went up for that one. He's not the biggest defensive lineman we have. But, boy, does he make up for speed and quickness. And on that one, he had some jump. He had to go up and bat it down because they were trying to set up a receiver screen to Jamin Harville.
Right.
Good play.
2nd down and 10. This time a handoff. And there's going to be a little bit of a gain on that, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, they had him. Jacob Hinojosa had him for a loss back here. But you see his speed and ability to get out of there and just go wide and count on his offensive lineman to go help him. Weslaco understands in order to knock him down, they're going to have to go low.
Yes.
And they've done that here so far. Good tackling here early.
3rd down and 8. Pass is caught at about the 15, and that is going to be a run for a score.
Found a nice hole in the zone. Number 15, Dakari Hamilton, young sophomore receiver, comes up right in the middle there. Just he had to find something right in the middle, crossing in the middle, sat there, and then you saw DJ Green just look forward and throw it in there and makes a good play for another quick touchdown here, passing touchdown for the Knights.
Going for the extra point. It's up, and it's good. With 1:43 remaining in the opening quarter, Steele has a 2-touchdown lead over the Panthers, 14-0.
So at this level, and we talked about here right before as we just got started on the broadcast, every team that is here is good. I mean, that's just, they're here. They're in the playoffs, and, they're district champions. You know, they moved on to the next round. So they're champions already, and they come in here trying to look for a by-district championship. And you're going to have players, and in this case, you cannot make any mistakes against the other team. This goes for both teams, right? But at this level, especially when in this case, the Knights are favored. So if you're Weslaco, you're thinking, look, we've got to limit the mistakes. Coach Stroman talked about that. Hey, we've got to limit mistakes like we've been doing.
Right.
Play some good defense, but let's not get into the problems of falling behind in field position.
Yes.
And we saw that already twice. We saw it for sure on this drive that you got a touchdown. So you can't give anything. Nothing negative can happen at this level and on because the teams are just too good.
Right.
They'll take advantage of it. You're seeing that here early with the Knights.
And I think maybe the band has arrived now for Weslaco.
I told you that traffic
Yeah.
can get a little sticky at times.
Yeah.
You know? Glad to see they made it. About to start pumping out the tunes here a little bit.
Yes. Weslaco takes it at about the 5-yard line, and the ball will be moved over the 30.
Yeah, Ramirez on a good return. Him and Moya. The season isn't over yet. I'm still holding out that they might have a good return on them, either a punt or kickoff return. So the third possession.
How about
now.
a pick six?
Yeah, either one. Either one. We'll take it at this point. You know, especially tonight if you're able to do it. Third possession now for the Panthers. We've seen early on the adjustment they wanted to do. They were running with Gael Ruiz.
Right.
Now they brought in more of a typical running back for the Panthers. You see number 40 there, Aiden Rodriguez, who is, I guess, would call the normal starting fullback, now back on that offense. To see if that changes how they want to do things.
Yeah. And we all admired how good the grass looked here at Shirley Field.
Yeah.
I think Coach Stroman said maybe they cut it today.
Yes, right. Yeah, it didn't smell like they cut it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but they might have.
Well, a run toward the left doesn't pick up much at all for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's just part of their offense. Remember, they will try to feed the bone crusher.
Yeah.
And here comes, as we were talking about there, here comes number 45.
Yeah, they say no gain.
Yeah.
2nd and 10.
Gael Ruiz there. So, again, they're trying to run the ball the way, I guess it would be a power run at this point with Gael Ruiz, number 45, and Malachi Rodriguez, number 15. Now, don't be surprised out of this play here. They could also run their quarterback. We'll see. They're going to run Malachi. Malachi's going to have to put his head down and try to go forward here. Bunch of white jerseys there.
Once again, not much gain.
Yeah, there's nothing much there. In the middle of the line there, and again, going back to what Coach Stroman thought, hey, we feel we're going to attack one way or the other. And now you're starting to see that. Now you see Hugo, number 9. That is Julian Hugo, number 9. He's now on the left side. He started on the right side, but they've made an adjustment, and we'll talk about Coach Sainz here in a minute, but what they've been able to do here to try to slow the run, especially if it's coming to the right side, every left side. Pressure.
Luna has it. He's going to keep it, and he is going to have a first down.
That's a lot of quick thinking by Luna, and he's been able to do that all season long. Some of the quickest feet I've ever seen. And again, not the fastest guy, but he's quick.
Yeah.
Ultra lightning
I remember
quick.
he was a wide receiver most of last year.
Yeah. Big first down there now for
All right, we
Panthers.
have got to the end of the first quarter. Steele leading Weslaco 14-0. What is Steele doing good right now, and what does Weslaco need to improve on?
They've taken advantage of the opportunities given to them. Short fields. Remember on the first touchdown, it was a bad snap on the from the quarterback. Snapped the ball, went over his head. Weslaco had momentum moving. That killed the drive, and then they scored. So they've been able to take advantage of every opportunity they give them. Weslaco has to go down and score, whether it be 3 points, 7 points, whatever. They've got to go out there and make this a game. Don't let this get out of hand quickly. On the other hand, again, Steele is doing exactly what they've done all year. Their offense can click. They have the players to do it. So that's the key.
Right.
They continue to do it here for the remainder of the game. They've shown over the year. Remember, their only loss came against Austin Westlake. I had said it was Travis, but no, that wasn't Travis. It was Austin Westlake way back when.
That is where Drew Brees went to high school. He also was a star tennis player there, as well as a great football player.
So one loss for this Steele team.
All right. This time going to his right and losing a little bit of yardage is Luna.
Yeah, Christopher Harris, defensive lineman number 47, came up. Offensive line here for Weslaco High needs to, and Coach talked about being able to hold the blocks a little longer than usual. If you were doing it for 3 seconds, do it for 4. If you were doing it for 2, do it for 3. If you're doing it for 1, well, you better hurry up and get it to 2. 1 is not enough time.
No.
But you get the point. They just hold it a little longer, and maybe let Luna and some of the other guys make some plays.
Luna drops back. A little screen pass.
Ball is out.
And the ball is loose.
Yeah, that was a nice play. A running back screen that had a positive outlook, but boy, on that play, Steel Knight defender came up and hit Malachi, and Malachi fumbles the ball right at midfield. Boy.
Great field position again.
Yeah, and the offense was starting to get rolling as far as putting a couple of plays together. And here they stops again abruptly. And so this is where, again, we said at the beginning of this broadcast, you have to not give Steele any opportunities because they will take it.
They will steal any opportunity.
There you go.
Give them.
Pun intended. Yeah. And don't be surprised if they try to take a shot here.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Got a man open. At the last minute, Weslaco comes up on defense to knock it away.
Yeah, Saul Ramirez one-on-one against Jamin Harville. Harville already has, shown what he can do.
Yeah.
Just go down the field there, and just Saul. This is a good experience, Saul. A track guy going up against a track guy. This is Saul always going to remember the speed and things that how fast they go.
Here's a run toward the right side. And picks up about 8 or 9.
Looks like that might be a holding on Steele. Yeah, remember, Weslaco employs a lot of rotation on their defensive line. They'll go back and forth, and that's the holding call. So they bring in fresh bodies every 2 plays, or depending, Weslaco does, on the defense. That's why they've been able to keep their defensive line especially so fresh. They come in here, and they have fresh legs, obviously, and while the offensive linemen have been there for some time.
So the ball goes back to the 40, and they need 20 yards, Cibolo, to get a first down. Second down, 20 yards to go after the penalty. A little screen pass, and it's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, tight end Dominic Warner, number 6, built more like a running back, will play the tight end spot as well. They like to get him out there in open space, and you try to tackle him. He's a big tight end.
Right. Officially, it's going to be 3rd down and 13.
Caillou Benjamin, number 18, is a guy to watch, along with number 1, Jamin Harville. He's in the slot there for the Knights. See if they try to get the ball to him in space here.
It's going to be quarterback keeper, and the quarterback is going to get a first down and then some down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, there was nobody open. Everybody was covered, and because of that, now number 3, your quarterback, had to run with it. DJ Green, the junior quarterback, took off. Again, he would rather throw the ball and run with it, but you can see that he can run with it. Just really good coverage by Weslaco, just couldn't
Ball settled
couldn't keep a man on
32
Green
yard line.
there.
First and 10.
So Steele now has to get to the 22 to get another first down, at least. Green over to his left side, and that is going to be a touchdown, it looks like. Unless he stepped out of bounds on the far side of the
No,
field.
I don't see the official calling out anything. That is going to be a touchdown.
All right.
And we talked about his play-making ability, Jamie Harrow. He's done a good job here all season, and he continues to be a player that they count on. They have other receivers that can get the job done, but tonight,
Yeah. They
Yeah, they-
punched his ticket.
yeah, he's the guy tonight. They decided to go to
Into the end zone.
Jamie Harville, the young junior, #1. So you see what happens here when you give the ball back in good field
Yeah.
position. You know, this offense is just can click really, really quick.
That ball is up, and it's good.
And the kick is good.
So with about 9:25 remaining in the first half, Steele is now up 21-zip over Weslaco. How
Yeah.
important is this next series for the Panthers?
Very much. This. I know it's only the second quarter, you know, but you're down 21 points. You know, if you're thinking about, well, what does that mean? Well, at this point, Weslaco has had an opportunity to string together a couple of good plays.
Yes.
But then something negative has happened. Let's go back to the first possession. They were moving the ball, bad snap from center, and then they kind of threw off the offense, and then they scored a touchdown a few plays later. Second one, same thing. Short field, a punt, a block that was basically blocked by the Knights. Falls at the 35-yard line. Short field, what happens? It's another touchdown. Here, a fumble. So a turnover. So you see all these
Yeah.
3 touchdowns have come to the result of something negative happening on the other side. So, yeah, that, again, at this level, you just cannot make those type of
Especially a team of this kind of quality, a traditional quality team. Didn't they in the last decade or so win a couple of state championships?
mistakes. Yeah, they have. Coach Landhofer was here a few years back, and they were, you know, champs. Mike Gonzalez was part of our crew tonight. He's on the sidelines telling us that was a 5-play, 80-yard possession. The
Okay.
previous one was a 3-play, 35-yard possession. And the other one, the first score, was a 4-play, 50 yards. So you get the point?
Yes.
Big 5 plays, big plays. This is what this offense is about.
Yeah.
Big plays, chunk plays. They thrive on that. And you give them short field, when
Yeah.
you give them mistakes, this is the result here.
And our boss, Carlos Robledo, is here tonight watching the game. Maybe he can come up with a couple plays for the Panthers, to get some big plays to get them some big scores.
Well, you never know. You know what? He's watching
There's
the game.
Luna. Oh, just overshot his intended receiver. Thought he was going to get the pass to him.
Yeah, Luna does a good job of improvising as well.
Yes.
He had his tight end open. We were kind of talking before the
Right.
broadcast on number 6, Ethan Hoskins, the tight end number 6. He's a big target. And he just overthrew him there, but you know, he seems to be open in the middle of the field, so that might be something you might want to pay attention to. You know, that he's right in the middle.
Yes.
He'll pick you up 5-6 yards, and he's a big target.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out, number
Well,
6.
Our dancers and our band is definitely in postseason form.
All right.
All right, there goes Luna again, and he'll pick up a few yards.
Yeah, good tackle there. We talk about the Kempe brothers. That's Pierce. He's the senior on this defensive backfield for the Knights. Now, Weslaco's trying to figure things out, just trying to put first downs together.
Yes.
And, yeah, going back to your question, this is a very important drive. We've even just moved the ball down,
Yeah.
you know, just to put things together is the key here. You have to, in order to, again, stay in this game. Yeah, but this defensive front for the Knights is a formidable one. Looks like they want to call a timeout. Yep.
Yep.
Coach Sherman wants to talk about it. So, you know, now that we have a timeout, and, you know, obviously Coach Stroman has been here for some time, and we've done plenty of games here up to now here with the Panthers, and we'll continue talking about them. But why not introduce Coach David Saenz? He's the head coach over at the Knights there at Cibolo Steele. He's in his 9th year. They were the champions in District 29 6A. Steele, San Marcos, Judson, and Canyon.
Right.
Were the 4 teams that came out of that district. 2 of them are still alive, Steele and San Marcos. You know, something interesting about Coach Sines, who's
He was a real nice guy. Enjoyed meeting him.
very
tonight.
much always wants to talk about his athletes. You know, he was a middle school coach.
He was.
For 6 years. And he came down the graduate of Three Rivers.
Okay.
Totally would mention a grad of 1997 would say that. Not many times we can say graduates from Three Rivers.
No.
Three Rivers, Texas.
I go that way. A lot of times I'm heading to San Antonio from Weslaco or Edinburgh or any of those places. There's a good pass.
Yeah, that's a nice catch. Chris Luna had to put that on a rope because there was had to get it there quickly. Nice catch and a first down for Joseph Leal. Joseph Leal with a first down here, moving now.
We've enjoyed his play as long as he's been here.
Oh, yeah. Exciting player.
He's played defense and offense.
Yep. Very valuable. Can get in the backfield. Can even take some snaps for you. Yeah.
Okay, Luna over toward the right. And that time the pass is complete. Looks like a first down.
Very close to it. If not, they're going to give it to him, I think. Maybe second down.
All right.
But yeah, this is what you wanted to see. A little bit more fluency, right? A little bit more fluent. We're usually seeing this offense kind of move at a better flow.
D'Angelo Gonzalez.
D'Angelo Gonzalez on a big catch, right?
Well, first down it is. Hand off to Malachi, but this time he's brought down in the backfield.
Interesting young man here. That is Nolan Gomez, the senior defensive back. He comes off now. He's happens to be Coach Nolan, who's on this staff. That is Gomez, actually. Nolan Gomez is the son of the defensive coordinator, Coach Mike Gomez.
And that was a loss of 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Panthers.
And being a coach's kid, you know, it's a tough thing.
Yeah.
We said if we saw him play, we would definitely mention that. Number 7, Gomez.
Okay, there goes Luna. Luna gets the lost yardage back. It looks like, or close to it.
Yeah, not much there.
Yeah.
Just kind of try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but a lot of pressure there, as you can see there.
It's going to be 3rd and maybe 12 or 13. And we'll call it 3rd down and 13.
Julian Hugo right in the middle there with the linebacker number 5, Jared Ibarra. We talked to Coach Sines about Ibarra. He says, man, that guy, he's just a football player. I think he was, at one point when he was born, they said, we're going to name you linebacker 1. He's a good linebacker.
All right, this time Luna's going to throw it, and it looks like it is going to be just short of a first down.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
Very close. Hunter McCandless, lots of speed.
I would go for it on 4th down.
I'm with you.
You're down 21 points to Steele, and you are in their territory with about 4th down and 2.
Right. So this is a good test for this defense.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, every 4th down that we've seen so far, they brought some sort of pressure.
Right.
Whether it be up the middle, on the outside, expect that again, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Gael Reese, number 45, is in there. Clock is running. Weslaco State has 2 timeouts, so if they want to get it right here, this might be a good time to call it.
Yeah.
I think they're going to call it. Yeah, they call the timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called the timeout, and it was play clock was running out. I figured you got 2, might as well take one here and try to get the right personnel there for you. So yeah, we told Coach Sines we would say hi to him and the rest of this program. Yeah, a lot of people from the San Antonio Cibolo area are watching the broadcast. A big hello to everybody. Glad to have you along. It's a Friday night. Everything's feeling all right. Playoff time. Great weather. What else can you ask for?
Some points by the Panthers.
More of a rhetorical question, but okay. No, I get you. No, I'm with you. A first down for me would be good here.
Yeah, in the short run.
In the short run,
yeah.
I'm going play by play here, buddy. I just trying to figure this out. I think if you're the Panthers, just, pick up a first down. Go to a play that you've had all year, and we've seen a bunch of them that work. We've had some nice looking screens and things that have worked here early. The score might not necessarily show it, but at least a first down will get you going in the right spot here. But yeah, watch for the pressure here. Looks like Weslaco wants to run the ball. They're in their power formation out of the spread.
Well, there we go.
Boy,
It's
I don't know
be
if he got
close.
it. Yeah, it's going to be close. We told you about the pressure coming off the edge. Pike Kemke, the young sophomore. Yeah, he had first contact. Matter of fact, came off the edge unblocked.
And it's been a rough night all the way around for the Panthers.
No.
Like Band didn't get here till late,
Yep.
but they're sounding great. And right now they were trying to pick up and kind of toss one of the cheerleaders, and she almost fell down.
Well, that's not good.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's been a rough night.
Yeah.
But she's okay. She did. They caught her. But
Oh, good. Good. That's crisis averted. We don't want to see that.
No. All right, so 1st and 10 now, once again, for the visitors. And that time, not much doing, maybe a gain of a yard at most.
We thought we were going to see this young man come in a little later, but Marshall Kenner, the young and junior running back, number 23, who had a hand in blocking the punt. Get that? Had a hand in blocking the punt. Yeah, he came up, and he's now running back one there. Looks like Hat might be done at least here for the quarter. We'll see here, but, you know, it's still early. But
2nd down and 8. Ball at the night, maybe 43-yard line now. That's a completed pass for a first down to the 40-yard line of Weslaco.
Yeah, Jamian Harvell has had a fantastic night here early, and it's just, you know, about 4 minutes before we get to the half.
Right.
So yeah, he's had a tough matchup against anybody really that he's faced. He's been in the slot on the left and on the right. Now he's on the right
Harvell
side. Yeah.
Takes it to 40 for first down.
This is what they want to do here. It's a first down, so basically anything you want to do here is open.
Running play, going to pick up maybe 6 or 7.
Again, that is Marshall Kenner. Talking to Coach Sines about his running back group. He says, look, we've got a lot of guys. Obviously, everybody knows Hatton. Says he started by saying, everybody knows Jonathan Hatton. Okay, put him aside for a minute. And he mentioned this young man right here. He said he was one of those guys that they were not going to play just offense, but he plays defense as well.
Tested to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
2nd down and 3.
Just a junior, by the way, number 23. Going to get it again.
Yeah. And Kenner, I think that's how you pronounce it, is down to the 15-yard line.
So a heavy dose of number 23, Marshall Kenner, going off the left side. They like to go in the middle, you notice? They like to go up the middle, and then there's a reason why they like that. And then they bounce it off a couple of guys. Number 79 is out there, and he's one of those guys that can really block for you. Number 77, Bryce McClanahan, he's already verbally committed to UTEP. They like to go his way. And also James Corona, young junior there on the left side guard. Like to use him too.
Pass play, it's short.
Yeah, the pressure on there. We said that the Panthers can get there. Jacob Hinojosa got there along with Agent Zero, Ray Castro, got there as well. And so, yeah, they can put some pressure if you're going to throw the ball. Not much of it tonight, and if they do, they've been throwing the ball as soon as possible. I'm talking quick passes where it negates the defense from really getting going and creating a pass rush even. They know what's happening here. Obviously, they see what Weslaco can do.
See Dakari Hamilton out there, wide receiver. He's a sophomore.
So timeout here. Now, Steele had all of their timeouts left.
Yeah.
Might as well use him here with 2:43 left to go and try to put up another touchdown here right before half.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and
to me, Scott, just the difference. Obviously, you know that we've already talked about the quality of players that Steele has. That's clear. It's understood. But you cannot, in this case for Weslaco, give them short fields.
No.
Make mistakes against them, because that just adds to their efficiency on offense. Because once they get the ball, you start seeing on offense all the weapons that they have, right, and what they can do. And then they kind of, their offense kind of wants to run the ball, and they rather run the ball, and they have the guys for it. But their playmakers and where their big plays come from, remember we described to you just a little while ago, 5 plays, 80 yards, 4 plays, whatever. So it's not many plays. This is the one that lasted longer here. I'll be interested to see what Mike has to say after if they score on this one, how many plays it took and how fast they were moving.
Second and 10 for the Knights.
Well, that's caught around the 15-yard line of Weslaco.
Yep. Nice pass there and catch. Again, the intended receiver, Jamian Harville.
And we see the band coming down out of the stands right now, the Weslaco band. And already the band has come down out of the stands for the Knights, so both bands will be performing at halftime. We'll enjoy that.
Watch them run behind number 77 on the right side.
Okay.
I think they like to run there. Now they're going to pass here, right in the middle.
Oh.
Almost caught.
Yeah.
I think this might be the first time they attempt to go to number 15. That is the Kyrie Hamilton, not second time, young sophomore.
Yeah. So I think they're going to go for the field goal.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And that would take us to the 2-minute warning.
Darren Morales, the senior field goal kicker, will give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Try to extend the lead here. Nice little field goal here coming up.
It's up.
Kick is up.
And it's good.
And the kick is good.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, it appears. And now Steele is up 24-zip.
This is what, a 20, was it a 30-yard field goal?
Yes.
32, 35, something like that.
Now, what do you do if you're a Weslaco? Do you say we just kind of let this run out and?
Well, you get the ball. You get the ball to start the third quarter.
So do you try to do something here with 2 minutes left?
I mean, at this point, what do you have a play? Unless you get a return, I think I'm looking more for a return, right? Depending on where you have back there, Saul Ramirez, and we mentioned Seth Moya. Those guys have a lot of speed and can create things. Now, I think that's going to determine on the return here how far they can get back. If they get a good return, then I think Weslaco will play it. If not, then with 2 minutes, the last thing you want to do is another 3 and out,
dear.
and give them another opportunity to score right before the half. I mean, that's the last thing you want to do. Matter of fact, when you think about it, I was just thinking about it now. Yeah, another field goal wouldn't be something that you want to do either. At this point.
No.
Mike Gonzalez saying that was an 8-play, 41-yard play there that they had. So it a little longer.
Yes.
The big play wasn't there. It wasn't a long pass or something like that this offense lives with. This offense is a quick strike possibility at all time. On that possession, they just settle for a field goal. All right, looks like back there is Moya. Now also D'Angelo Gonzalez is back there returning. Oh, here comes the onside kick. Watch out.
Oh, my gosh.
Watch out. Looks like the Knights picked it up. Yeah, the Panthers. Number 8, Liam Jones, another running back, comes up on the onside kick. We were just talking. You didn't want to give up any more points.
No.
That's the last thing you wanted to do is give him a short field. We were thinking more like a 3 and out. But this was an onside kick. Weslaco had a chance on it.
Yes.
They just had Liam Jones, number 8, was in a better possession. And another short field.
And they still got enough time, though, to work it. Just about 2 minutes.
Boy.
1 minute and 58 seconds.
Yeah, now as a defense, you really need to tighten up here. Deep inside your own territory. At about the 42. Lots of movement
We hear
here.
the thunder sticks from the Weslaco fans.
Yeah, trying to motivate their team. Trying to set up a screen, they do. And that's going to be quickly set up to Hatton. But there's nothing there.
No.
As number 52, we've talked about him. Ethan Samora was able to bring down Hatton. That's not an easy job, by the way. Hatton, as soon as that ball from Green was delivered to Hatton, Zamora was right there to pull him down.
Now banging on the
They're making all sorts of noise now. Wait a minute. Flag, maybe? Yep.
Well, that's good news.
Sure, if you're a Panther fan, you'll take it.
You want to at least get out of here without giving up any more points in the quarter.
If you're a Steele fan, you're saying, okay, let's regroup. Let's get this going. And they're bringing in different personnel. They bring in Dakari Hamilton, the young sophomore in the slot. Watch him on the other side, on the other slot. That's number 1. We've seen not a lot of him already, number 1. Right in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's a shame someone for Weslaco wasn't behind there, because that would have been an interception and might have helped Weslaco get something, maybe at least a field goal by the end of the quarter.
Try to find that zone. Early on, they start man, and then they drop you off into a zone. And then Kike Rodriguez, boy, he had a nice shot at it. So did number 1, Jamin Harville. But no, just that was a bullet. Green put something on that one. Says if you're not going to catch it, well, nobody is.
3rd down. What, about 15?
Weslaco showing pressure. They drop into coverage. Green wants to throw it, does. And it hits Hatton right on top of the black helmet. Green needed to get rid of it because he was about to cross the line of scrimmage.
Well, at least they're probably going to now punt the ball. So at least maybe now there won't be any chance unless a real bad error comes up in the remaining 50 seconds.
I'm thinking otherwise. I'm being greedy here. I'm thinking as a Knight, I want to throw this deep.
No,
I want to get a shot at this.
That's 4th down, and you're just about in your own territory.
Yep.
And you got a 24-point lead. I think that's being a little too greedy.
Well, look at the formation.
Well, you may be right. I'm not going to say that you aren't right, but
they're thinking like I'm thinking tonight. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, Coach Strobin says, wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, they were thinking, wait a minute, they're going to go for this. No, I get it. It's a 4th down and forever.
Yeah.
What is it? 4th down and like 20?
Yeah. If I had this kind of lead, I would be a little more conservative.
Okay.
I see your point.
Yeah. I'm throwing it as far as I can. I'm getting Jamin Harville number 1 and going deep as far as I can.
I got you.
That's just again. That's the offensive side of me.
Yeah. Well, that's why you were an offensive lineman.
That's why you wanted to see more points.
But that's why you're not a coach
that's
now.
Why I'm not a coach, exactly. You know.
Unless you're going to be the next Dan Campbell.
Yeah. But on my purple side, sure, I would like to get the ball back, please. Punt it.
Yeah.
And then we'll try to do something. But no, I get you. I just think at this point.
Yeah, and Stroman was smart to call that timeout.
And he had 1 left, so 55 seconds. Why take it in with you?
Yeah.
Might as well try to tidy up here. And it looks like they're going to try to go for it. So they're going to be ultra aggressive. They're thinking, look, we'll throw it. The worst thing scenario is we don't get it. We don't get a 1st down. And we give them the ball back here with 50 seconds.
Near midfield.
Now, remember, you got to get to the 30 to give Zuniga a shot.
Yeah.
So that might be – well, we don't have timeouts, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, let's just see what happens now. Well, at least the fans are still with the team.
There's movement. That's movements. Yeah, that's movements. No, they didn't call that. Nobody called that. They're going to go deep now. Now they're going to throw it away. Oh, wait a minute. You throw it away on 4th down? So there was no penalty, and there was a lot of movement. We're describing there was a movement by the offensive line, but they did not call any movement. The play continued. Green thought that the play had stopped, and some of his players stopped too.
You know, things are going to turn out as well as they can for the Panthers at this moment.
So Green, seeing there was nothing there, just threw it away and gave a 1st down to Weslaco with 46 seconds. No timeouts, by the way, for Weslaco. Take a shot now.
Yeah, might as well. Now.
Boy, you gotta get rid of it. That's the last thing you could have. That's the last thing you could have given as a sack.
Short of a turnover, that's the worst that could have happened.
Yeah. Now the clock continues to run. 28 seconds left to go here in the 2nd quarter. And you know, I know, I get it. Luna's a playmaker, and he's always thinking about making plays, and he's thinking to the last second.
Yeah.
And at this point, with clock running out, you don't want to run it anymore. I just think they just want to run it up the middle there, if anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to run another play, but they are going to do it.
Well, I guess it's okay.
Well, now you're going to have to heave it as far as you can.
Yeah.
Luna has some room on the left side. Going to cut it back inside, put his head down, and carry a couple of Knights with him, and that's going to end the half.
Quarterback trapped his way around, and that's the end of the first half.
Weather-wise, it's a good night,
4-0.
but as far as being a Panthers fan and looking at that scoreboard, before we go to break here, 24-0. Steele just did everything right, didn't they?
Yeah, and Weslaco gave them, gave him the opportunities. Steele took them, ran with them, and that's what we had.
All right, well, let's hope the second half is going to be a little different. Once again, Cibolo Steele, the visitors, they have 24 points. Weslaco, the designated home team, 0. For Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. We'll enjoy halftime and be back with the second half. We appreciate you enjoying this presentation of high school football brought to you by K-West. Do you guys ask them to, now that they're off, see do they want anything to drink?
You guys want something? Oh, we're good. They're unlocked the gate. Oh, they're unlocked? Yeah. What do you mean unlock the gate? Oh, the gates. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I would have picked them up.
Oh, that's
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the 2025-2026 Steele High School Medallion Dancers Varsity Dance Team and the Nightlights JV Pom Squad. The medallions and nightlights are under the direction of Melinda Sweet and Jenny Chandler. Medallion varsity officers are Senior Major Caitlin Hall, Lieutenant Colonel Cassie Reed, and Colonel Tori Lamar. Nightlight officers are Summer Thompson, Imani Felder, and Daniela Puerto. Nightlight of the week is Kendall Painter. The medallions will now perform a jazz routine, and the nightlights will perform a palm routine to Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
All right, we're about to begin the second half of this area playoff game. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. And helping produce our show tonight, Adrian De Leon. And of course, our videographer, Vinny Barry. Well, Fred, we went over this a lot in the first half.
Right.
About mistakes being made by Weslaco and then being capitalized by Cibolo Steele.
Right.
What do you think that may have happened during halftime? The words of Coach Stroman to motivate his team to maybe turn things around at least as best as they can.
It's a new half. If you go back to the beginning of this game, they held them in the first possession. They held Steele. They were moving the ball until the mistakes happened. So let's start fresh. The other half is done. Let's do this one now. You have a chance the next, a few minutes here, 24 minutes or so, to kind of get things going here. Two halves. Weslaco get the ball first.
Yes.
I think if you're Steele, you continue doing what you were doing. You take advantage of any situation given to you. There's going to be some possessions you might not pick up a first down, and that's okay. I think Coach Saenz understands that, hey, at this level, it's going to happen. But they've got a comfortable lead now. What can Weslaco do with it? A couple of injuries we'll talk about here in a second.
Morales kicks it off. Taken by Weslaco in the end zone, their own end zone. Take it out to about the 18. You said there were some injuries.
Yeah, there's a couple. Obviously, we in the beginning of the broadcast, we don't know if 100% we said it, but number 23, David Garcia, is playing. He's a little banged up, but he's going to be okay. The one that we wanted to mention was number 20, David Fed, is not playing tonight. He's dealing with an injury. And then just a little while ago on defense, number 8, Saul Ramirez also will not be playing for the remainder of this game. So on the defense and offense have been hit here as of late, especially for Ramirez, who was your starting corner. Now the Panthers are going to have to adjust there.
All right, pass play to begin the second half, but it's little or no gain, maybe even a loss.
Pierce Kemp, we talked about him quite a bit. The Kempe brothers, Pierce Kempe, 12 and 10. One's a senior, one's a sophomore. The sophomore plays linebacker, as you saw, number 11 there plays corner. The senior corner coming up and making a good tackle on D'Angelo Gonzalez.
Second down and 11 for the Panthers. Going to be a running play. Picks up maybe about 5.
So the running backs for Weslaco, obviously you see there the running back that has been used quite a bit here is Malachi Rodriguez. But you've also seen, as we mentioned, a little bit banged up, but he is available and has played a little bit, is David Garcia.
Yeah.
We've seen him back there as well.
I think Smith with the tackle, right?
Yep. That's right.
3rd down and 6 for the Panthers.
3rd down and 6 for the Panthers. High snap. Luna being chased and tackled in the backfield by number 5 for Steele.
Yeah, we talked about him in the first half. That is Jared Ibarra. He's the engine that makes this defense go. We talked to Coach Saenz about it, and he had nothing but really nice things to say about his linebacker and what he's able to accomplish.
4th down and 8.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that they like to bring him off the edge. He's got some speed, and he recognizes. He mentions about how he recognizes plays. Good play there by the defense. Just another missed opportunity for the Panthers.
So it's going to be 3 and out for the Panthers. Punt from about their own 10-yard line. And it will get quite a roll.
Ball takes a good bound all the way to about the 25
that
back to about the 25-yard line is where Steele will start.
And boy, you needed that. If you remember, besides the obvious mistakes that Weslaco made, they just never really gave Steele a long field to work with. This is the longest one since the beginning of the game, the first possession, which Weslaco held them to 3 and out.
Right.
So yeah, that's important. I think that has to be a key here. Make him work the field instead of giving him on your side of the field.
Right. Weslaco kept that ball for about 2 minutes to begin the second half. Need better possessions than that. And there is a pass complete to number 18, and he'll get a first down at the 40-yard line of the Knights.
Number 18, Caillou Benjamin, senior wide receiver. On just a simple slant, but Green, the quarterback, had to adjust. A lot of pressure by Weslaco. He had to stop, pump, and then reload and throw it again on a crossing Benjamin. First down, though.
1st and 10 after that pass for the Knights. Running play on the left side. Gets about 5 to the 45.
Jonathan Hatton, touted running back, as we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, head into the Aggies next year. That's the A&M Aggies, in case you're wondering. There is some other Aggies, isn't there?
Yes.
There's other schools with the Aggies mascot. I
Best
guess.
known, though.
Yeah, best known, yeah, A&M.
There's a running play. Going to pick up big yardage down to the 40-yard line in Weslaco territory.
That's Hatton again. They're happy giving him the ball here. Not, you know, for he didn't have a big half. Besides the touchdown, he didn't have any big runs. Here in the third quarter, at least to open up the third, they're happy feeding him. I mean, why not? He's your workhorse. He's the guy.
Going to say, feed me, feed me.
That's it.
And, of course, Weslaco wants to starve him.
Yeah.
I think he has it again, huh?
Yeah.
And that time it's about a 5-yard run.
So you've got the lead. You give Hatton the ball, you know, run the clock, give Hatton a break, and then you bring in other guys to kind of do the job for you. Another guy that we're probably going to see here, all said and done, is number 8. Keep an eye on Liam Jones. He plays special teams, but Coach Signs said he's the future of this Knight program at running back. Liam Jones, number 8, just a sophomore. Matter of fact, there he is.
Yeah.
We were just
You good call. It's
well,
a first down.
we were just, I mean, on cue he came in. But Coach was very excited with the fact that he's like, we have other guys, obviously. Everybody knows about those guys. We've talked about even Kenner, who had some carries. But number 8, just a young sophomore, Liam Jones, he says this is the program. This is the future of the program. So when a coach says that, and it's a young sophomore, he's in the backfield along with Green. Gonna get it again.
Yeah, and this time it's going to be at least a first down, maybe down to about the 10. Now maybe all the way to the end zone.
But wait a minute, that might not count. His helmet came off.
Okay,
The ball
okay.
should stop there.
Okay.
Yeah, the ball should stop there, but they're giving him a touchdown. Wait a minute. Yeah, they're gonna bring it back. They have to bring it back. In high school football, when you lose your helmet, the play ends right there.
What happens if you lose your cap? You during a broadcast?
I just have to find another one. I just don't want my bald spots showing. That's basically what I'm trying to do. These guys are athletes. They don't have bald spots.
I used to know an owner of a radio station in Mobile, Alabama, and they used to say to him all the time, his staff, Bernie, go paint your bald spot.
That's right. I do. Depending on what time of the night or the weekend it is, I go different colors, buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Face mask.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's why the helmet came off.
So there's the loophole. I mean the adjustment to the rule.
Loophole.
Yeah. So remember, in high school football, if your helmet, you're a carrier of the ball.
Yeah.
And you lose your helmet, the play ends there for safety reasons.
Yeah, that
obviously.
makes sense.
But the official, which we have to give him credit, that was Art Green, by the way. We got to give the officials here some love in a little while. But Mr. Green there, the head official says, hey, if it gets pulled off, the player stays in the game.
Why don't you recognize our officials if you get a chance?
Sure will.
After if we get a score here.
So that's where they're at. The touchdown didn't score, but it's a penalty. So. Here comes Hatton.
Hatton gets the score.
Number 28, Hampton, around the left-hand
Yeah,
side
this
into the end
offensive
zone.
line now, we've said this before, as an offensive lineman, this is a dream.
Yeah.
Your blocks hold longer, you're pushing your guys farther, you seem even faster, even though you're not. But you seem like you're faster.
We haven't seen a brotherly shove yet.
Not tonight. And I don't think we're going to see it, to be honest with you. I just don't see it happening. As the extra point is coming up, but now you got to see a couple of the run. Obviously, Hatton scores for a touchdown twice. He scored a touchdown tonight. Hatton did. That's interesting.
Yep, the kick is up and it's good. It's now 30 zip. Now, may I ask you, or 31 zip, I'm sorry. Our officials, I think, have done a fairly good job tonight.
Yes.
Tell us who's out there.
I learned something, and I'll tell you what I learned from Mark Green, who's our referee. By the way, this is the South Texas chapter, the Corpus Christi chapter, so they wanted to make sure. 7th place, 76 yards, by the way. Mike Gonzalez reporting.
All right, we appreciate
from the
that.
sideline referee, Art Green. The umpire is Kevin Kisnick. Mike Klotz is the head linesman. Paul Starks, the line judge. R.C. Fernandez is the field judge. And the side judge is Mike Moran. And then Jeff Rosser is the back judge. Now, we'll tell you, I did not know this.
You know everything.
Well, not always. See, there's always something to learn. In the previous play, kind of describing it for you, the running back had a chance to score. That was number 8. That was Liam Jones, young sophomore. He got the helmet off his body. It should have died there, and it did. But he said, wait a minute. Because he was a face mask, in the result of the face mask, he pulled the whole helmet off.
Right.
The player stays in. He doesn't know how to check out after you lose him.
Okay.
I did not know that.
No, that makes sense, but I didn't know that right off the top of my head.
I'm leaving satisfied after this evening. I mean, not so much because of the game, but at least I learned something.
You actually went to Weslaco.
I came to a football game, and I came educated. There you go.
All right.
Oh, having fun. Yeah, the crew has done a good job. Very well officiated game here this evening.
Sure.
Let that go, yeah.
Ball kicked into the end zone.
Yeah, I would, as a matter of fact, not return any of these. Both for Weslaco. Weslaco is kicking when Zuniga gets the kick. He's putting them on the end zone. And to be honest with you, so is Daryl Morales. He's putting them way deep into the end zone. Just let the ball come out to the 25 and work from there. And that's what they're going to do. Yeah, that's what they're going to start.
Should I get you some Thunder Sticks?
You know, I would like to take some from home and use them at home. I've got all sorts of ideas for these Thunder Sticks. Turn on the TV, Thunder Sticks.
Oh my gosh, almost went behind Luna. Luna's doing what he can.
Well, yeah.
Picks up maybe a yard.
He got in the washing cycle. He got in the spin cycle. He got in the turbo to the left on the joystick. He did everything on that move. I mean, he was all over. He tried to put the brakes on, move forward, move backwards. I mean, he just tried everything. And it managed to pick up about 3 yards on that.
Yeah, Luna gave it his best effort.
Yeah.
After almost a disastrous turnover.
Wants to go deep. Leal has him wide open. Try to one-hand.
Wow.
But excellent coverage there.
You'd like to see someone like Leal at least get a score tonight.
Yeah, that was your corner, Leandre Williams.
Yeah.
This is his first year starting number 19. Coach Sainz says he's one of our better corners. He says, and I said, wait a minute, you've got guys that have played 3 years or more in this program. He goes, yeah. But Williams is number 19. You saw him break up the pass there. He says this is his first year starting. He's waited behind everybody. He's earned it. He shows it, too.
Third down. And what, about 7 or 8?
Yeah, quick pass out there in the flat. But an excellent tackle, and this is something that you notice from the Steele team. Number 13 off the edge is Jaden Gee, the junior corner / safety. Coming up and making. You might remember this name, Caden Stearns. Played in the NFL.
Yeah. Played
safety for this Steele team.
Really?
Yeah, when they were the champions back then, remember?
Yep.
So Caden Stearns, one of their players here. I think he went to play at the Longhorns, if I'm not mistaken. I might be, so don't quote me on that. Punt here for Weslaco High.
And it gets a good Weslaco roll down to near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Caden Stearns was an excellent safety here. They have one here as well, like Eli Johnson, number 2. We'll talk about him a little bit more as the game goes on and they go on defense. But Weslaco, boy, you know, this is be the time here to kind of, if there was ever a stop, you know, this is it. We talked about, you know, making things change. Again, the ball is deep in their own territory. Last time it took him a little longer. It took him, Mike Gonzalez reported that it took 8 plays. So it took a little longer. And yes, Mike Gonzalez is making it official from the sidelines. Saul Ramirez will not return. We had our doubts, and now we know for a fact. So you see now on that spot is number 30, Brandon Schattenholer, a transfer from Pace Brownsville High School.
Oh, you're familiar with that school.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. All right. Ooh.
Nice hit.
Not much gained after the ball was caught. No yards after catch.
That ball intended to the tight end, Dominic Warner. He met that dagger. Number 16, Seth Moya. If anything else, Seth Moya, an excellent tackler here for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Just
Gain
a
of
junior.
2 yards.
Just a junior. He'll be back next year.
2nd down and 8. That was a gain of about 5 or 6.
Yeah, nice running. Now you're starting to see Hatton. And Hatton is now not getting many carries, but now you're starting to see a heavy dose of carries by Marshall Kenner, young junior. And then we just saw Liam Jones.
Yep, it's 3rd and 1.
So now 2 running backs ready to focus now of this offense for the Knights.
Tackle made by number 7, Matthew Mendes.
It's a 3rd and short now. See if they run this one. Coach wants to talk about it. They were making some changes at the line, the offensive line, bringing in some players back and forth. Looks like Xander Fisher, who plays left tackle, switched over to the right tackle.
When do you, if you're not so much the Weslaco coach,
yeah,
this is his last chance for his seniors to play,
yes,
but if you're the coach at Steele, when do you decide, we got to try to keep our players healthy for the next playoff game? When do you really start pulling most of them out?
Now, yeah, I think you do it, and I think he already started doing what we call spot play, right?
All right.
I'll give you an example. Xander Fisher is your starter on the left side, left tackle. He's a sophomore, number 70. On that play, missing was Price McCallahan, who is the right guard. So Fisher moved over to the other side.
Yeah.
So already your top offensive lineman, who's declared he's going to go play at UTEP next year, he's not out there already.
Right.
So you've already made some of those changes. You see now your right tackle is now left tackle, not your right tackle.
Yeah.
Yep, it's starting happening already.
Okay.
And your running back obviously is not Hatton anymore. Picks up a 1st down. That's number 23. We talked about Marshall Kenner. Good solid night for him.
Yeah.
And when Coach talked about him, Coach Sainz mentioned, look, he's not just our running back tonight. He felt he was only going to be able to play one side of the field. I said, wait a minute, what do you mean? He goes, well, he's our running back, our running back 2. Says, but he's also our LB2.
Okay.
So Coach Sainz might have a decision here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Play him on linebacker or leave him at running back. Nothing there.
Is that a flag out there?
No, there was just nothing there. There was just nothing there. Yeah, there was. The pass, there was a little bit of pressure applied, but no, there is a flag. I just didn't think it was out there. No, it is out there. So yeah, it might be on the Panthers out there. The ball, yeah, pass interference. That's a killer. You had, Coach Stroman might have a point. He's saying that the ball was tipped at the line.
Yeah.
So, but the officials are not going with it. But Coach Stroman is saying, hey, he tipped it. But no, it's no avail. We'll give a big 1st down to the Knights after the big penalty there.
Okay. Here we go. Not much go that time. Defense came up well on that play for Weslaco.
Yeah, Tostado is in there, number 92. Let's give him some credit. That is Adrian Bernal, the senior defensive lineman, number 92. Those 2 guys in the middle there, along with Matthew Mendez.
Right.
Linebacker. Been playing that spot. Good play there.
Clock under 3 minutes here in the third
Yeah,
quarter.
by Zamora as well, by the way. He's doing a good job here. Trying to slow down this running attack now that the Knights are favoring now. Here it is again.
All right. As it gets later, of course, a lot of these participants, whether it be players or band members or dancers, they know each other from other competitions.
Yeah.
A few of the young ladies on the dance team for Weslaco went over to go talk to members of the dance squad over at Cibolo Steele. Always like to see the good sportsmanship and friendships.
Pass across the middle, breaks his way in, 10-5, and into the end zone,
Touchdown,
touchdown.
Cibolo Steele. Pass this time.
Jamin Harville, record night. I mean, let's be honest. He's been able to get open and find a space. And really, Green doesn't need much time. Harville has some speed.
Yeah.
And so once he gets in the middle of the field, there's just nobody that can keep up with him, especially once he finds a little spot in the zone. And it's over. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's just too fast. And if you're playing zone, you're playing an area, even harder to try to cover that speed.
Extra point is up and it's good. You know, we'll keep talking about what Cibolo Steele is doing because their fans are listening.
Sure.
But, you know, this game, it just wasn't the Panthers' night tonight.
Well, no.
But we want to look back at a really good season. I only got to see a little bit of it this year because of my heart problems.
Right.
But who are some of the guys offensively first that stood out for you?
Right.
Skill players first, and then we'll do linemen.
Yeah, and then let's give credit to Coach Sainz. I mean, Coach Sainz and the rest. And the reason I want to bring this up, and I told him that I would say hello to his family. Trey, who's now studying law in Nebraska, he's a Cornhusker.
Okay.
His son and his daughter, just young sophomore at Texas State.
Yeah.
So and his wife Tiffany, who's the glue? He says she's the glue.
Yeah.
So first of all, to mention thanks to him and give us information about this. But it's
he
very
was
talented team.
very kind and very generous with his information.
And he says, one of the things he wanted to mention before we go into Weslaco and talk about the Panthers, about the community, how tight knit it is. Obviously, it's a military community.
Yeah.
A lot of the players that go there, their parents, families, are servicemen and women.
Right.
So they spend a certain amount of time there, and then they travel somewhere else. So it's their future is never set in stone per se that you can be a Steel Knight for the remainder of your high school career. It just doesn't happen that way. So, there's a good program. They have higher ambitions, obviously. And don't be surprised if this Steel team is one of the last ones standing towards the end here.
Yeah.
They have that kind of talent.
All right.
They really do. So that's for Coach Sainz and the rest of the Knights, they have an excellent team, and they will continue. By the way, the winner tonight will take on the winner of San Antonio Judson or the Hutto Hippos.
Okay.
One of my favorite.
That's a cool name.
Hutto Hippos, and we'll see how that goes. Favorite to win, actually, is San Antonio Judson. We'll see. But
all right.
That's good favorite. Now more of a traditional running attack here for Weslaco. And you're starting to see now.
Picked up 5 on that.
A power play that Weslaco has used out of the formation, the shotgun formation, the spread formation. And back in the game now is number 23, and we talked about him, David Garcia, a senior.
Yeah.
That young man is an impressive young man. We'll start talking about the Panthers now and their seniors.
Yeah.
He's one of them. Matter of fact, that a 2-3-year starter really came on the scene last year. And he's one of those guys that when he gets the ball, and he's hard to bring down. And he himself has done a really good job here. Now you see here, now they're really starting to attack now.
Yeah.
Weslaco is on a running game, more of a power running game. 2 backs in the backfield and trying to run the clock out. It seems
3rd and 2 coming up.
Sure, and trying to pick up first downs. Those are the things to try to do. Yeah, talk about him. This offensive line, only one senior.
That's great.
That is impressive. When you think about what they're going to do, Adrian Nino, the center, he's the only senior. All the other positions, all other 4 positions come back next year. They're either juniors or sophomores. That's something. So the future for Weslaco High's offensive line is very, very good. They grew up here.
Yeah.
Coach felt that running some really good against a really good team.
First down,
Steele,
by the way.
Yeah. Against Steele would pay dividends at the end. How? Well, I'll tell you what Coach said. He says, look, it's not every day you get to play against this type of talent at this level.
Yes.
And so he says, it's a measuring stick. You remember, you tell the guys, hey, remember when we played that and what they were doing and how they did things. It's a learning thing for them. And Coach says that whether it's a win or loss, you're going to learn something. Your wide receivers, boy, that's where the hardest hit, I think, is going to come. As the third quarter comes down to an end. We'll talk about that in a minute here. They might get the snap off here.
Yeah, they might.
Luna going to take it?
No, they do. And it's a gain of about 6 or 7 yards for Luna.
Number 3, Gonzalez, run right inside.
Or Gonzalez.
About 8 yards.
All right, so what do you see?
Into the third quarter with your score.
I thought Luna, overall coming in for his first-year quarterback did a nice job.
Yeah. So, yeah, that ends the third, right? So 38-0 here at the end of the third. So let's get to that offense.
Yeah.
And what this offense has had before we get to the defense. Talked about the offensive line. Only one guy is gone. Everybody else is back. But I think the hardest part is going to be in your skill positions. Joseph Leal, number 5. He's a senior, right? Number 1, Hunter McCandless. He's a senior. Those are your 2 starting receivers. You would talk about D'Angelo Gonzalez. Number 3, another senior. So your position skills, your wide receivers, and then, of course, you talk about we talked about the running back game. You introduced number 23, obviously, David Garcia. And then you get to the quarterback, 100%.
Right.
He has been the trigger man, literally, for this offense. He triggers this offense to be explosive.
Right.
We saw during the season when they needed a first down, just a first down.
Right.
Their best running back was number 2, Chris Luna.
I agree.
Matter of fact, Coach mentioned we see him as a running back playing the quarterback spot. You took over the reins, this year. He's a wide receiver. He started as a corner, remember that? And he was a playmaker even back then.
Yes.
Now he's doing it still. Oh, hard hit there. Coming up and making the hit is Ibarra, number 5, still out there. Malachi Rodriguez, remember, we're not counting him. He's not a senior, just a sophomore.
Right. My prediction is there's a very good chance he'll be the primary quarterback next year.
I 100% agree with that. I think he's going to get a 100% chance at it.
Yeah.
There's some other athletes on this team. Don't get me wrong. They have, we mentioned a few weeks back, this JV program. All 4 JV programs were district champions.
Yes, that's correct.
A lot of talent is coming up for this Weslaco High Panther team. In the pipeline, if you would. So, yeah, you're going to have that. But, yeah, Malachi is definitely going to get a shot at it. There's movement there. Coach Stroman wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Chris Luna, I'm going to call it. If I'm wrong, well, then I'm wrong. But I believe he's going to be the district MVP.
Okay.
I think he had that type of a season. Chris Luna, I just feel like he's that type of a player.
Yes.
Has been that valuable to this Weslaco team. Imagine we had one game. And it's not a clear factor of it. But remember, we against San Benito in the by district round. You saw Lupito go out there and do his best.
Yes.
Not a lot of snaps, not a lot of practice. No. Did well. Helped the Panthers get the win. But again, this offense is totally different.
Yes.
With Luna in there. And so he, again, if he's not the MVP, I'm writing a letter with red ink.
Okay.
To who I don't know, but people still write letters to people. They do, don't they?
Occasionally.
I mean, not necessarily in red ink.
No. More emails.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's overthrown.
Yeah, Luna wanted to get on a pass to Joseph Leal, but a great play. You got to give it up to the defensive player, number 19, Leandre Williams.
Right.
I mean, he basically impeded his progress to get out there. Good defensive play there by Williams. So that's your offensive line.
What about before we get to anything else? What about punting and field goal kicking?
Well, Weslaco for years, and you know this, we go back to this, it happened just a couple of years ago. They employed their quarterback, even Frankie Trevino last year, remember? He was the punter. It wasn't until this year that Hunter McCandless, the wide receiver for Weslaco, did the punting. So that's a position up in the air. I guess we got it. Unless the quarterback comes in here and you know, does it. And Weslaco does it, has done it for years. It wasn't until this year. You know, so now you kind of have an idea of some of the returners. Now on defense, that's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
On the defensive line especially, you lose a valuable piece in number 52. We're talking about Ethan Zamora. He's a senior.
Oh, yes.
Massive season this year. Massive. Himself against, I believe, in the district game against Edinburgh Economides. He destroyed the offense. I mean, him along with others, but he spearheaded the effort.
Okay.
It was just a massive game for him, and he was part of that defense that is top. You know,
okay. Let me hold you up for just a minute, because a lot of this is, you're not meaning it that way, but it's coming out negative. All these guys are going to be gone. I'm talking about on defense.
Right.
What about all these guys that have been doing good at other levels, like junior high and stuff?
Sure.
Could they not be ready to step in next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the point that we're trying to make. So you lose some of these guys. Obviously, you turn around is for every team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Happens all the time. But yes, the point is you're losing a guy, especially like Ethan Zamora.
Oh, that's a big loss.
But
we all agree.
But you have so much depth. There's Luna keeping it. He's going to try to go outside if he can. Puts his head down. Pick up a first down, if anything. After a fourth down and short, picks up a first down, keeps the drive going. But yes, the point very good point that you bring up, and that's what we're leading to. You're going to lose some seniors, and we highlighted some of the ones, but you get a lot of these returners back. Number 54, Jacob Hinojosa is back. A whole skew of defensive players come back, and they'll be able to pick from some of those JV teams that won district.
Right.
So the future looks bright as far as bringing in talent onto this Panther team. So that's not something they're necessarily worried about.
Yeah.
But they've done such a good job, and in some of these areas they will bring, especially on the defensive line and the offensive line next year.
Yes.
That's their strong point now. They're going to have to find a quarterback. We talked about the wide receivers.
Right.
But they have a lot of sophomores on this team that we might see before the night is over. And we're going to try to identify those on both on offense and defense once if coach decides to pull his seniors.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we're starting to see already for Cibolo Steele as well. We're starting to see this.
Yeah, and I've got to say when you're winning 38-0 with only 10 minutes left in the game, you want to have those guys healthy for the next game.
Well, sure. You're thinking of the next round, and you've got to be ready for it, and you got to go in with a full team against whether it be Hutto or San Antonio Johnson. The teams are getting better now every round.
All right. Luna has it. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get about, 6-7 yards there.
Yeah, he's going to be brought down after a nice pickup. See, that's the kind of stuff that will make him the MVP.
Yeah.
When things have broken down and during the regular season, district season,
right,
he's been the guy. And so it's hard to replace that with leadership and everything. But you know what? Weslaco has done it in the past. Every year we say, oh, man, how are they going to replace that guy? And they find a way.
Yes, they do.
Middle screen there.
And what is interesting is that, Coach doesn't worry that much about if he wins every non-district game. He wants to do good in district and win district and then try to do as well as possible in the playoffs. And he actually obviously was the by-district champ and, gave the best effort his team could give in the area round.
I laugh because he'll say, I don't care about the score, Fred. And then he'll stop. No, wait a minute. I do care. Coach Chauvin say, wait a minute, I do care. But I don't have to win.
Well, he's not that worried about winning the non-district.
Right.
He lost 2 to Laredo teams.
I'll take a shot. Joseph Leal does a little bit of pan check in there.
Yeah.
The Panther Nation.
Yes. And a lot of them are staying, even though it's a mismatch.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to stay till the bitter end.
They took a shot here.
Yeah.
Just missed opportunity there. Intended receiver with Joseph Leal, one of the seniors we've been talking about. But yeah, you're right. He focuses a lot on getting prepared. He says, look, we play tough games because we want those teams to expose our weaknesses.
Yeah, that's why he plays Harlingen every year a lot of times in the non-district.
Yeah, they'll always find things to work on. And those teams you mentioned are going to do that. Right up the middle, somebody look around. Oh, boy. Hoskins was in the area. So was D'Angelo, streaking down the middle on a 4th down. Just couldn't get it there.
Right. Now, do you think most of our coaching staff will be back? I don't mean so much they'll be fired, but just moving on to new opportunities.
But what I like to do to answer that question, because each individual coach has goals, right?
Yes.
I mean, they want to, eventually some of them want to be coordinators or they want to be assistants or whatever. I put myself in some of these guys' shoes and say, look, if I'm a coordinator and I know there's a lot of talent coming up, would I want to work with that talent here? And if given the opportunity, would I? Sure. So that's hard to leave a program like this when you have some of these guys coming back, And speaking of a program here, you have a new quarterback for the Knights. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate that. My cheat sheet. New quarterback in for...
The boss saved you that time from losing all your material.
I was about to go down the sideline there. I was about to lose. Leo Mann, senior quarterback for the Steele Knights, has come in now. DJ Green after a good night.
There's no reason to have him in anymore.
Yeah, he says good night. So now you have him as quarterback right under center, and they're going to be happy with just handing the ball off.
Yeah.
And they're going to give it to number 8, which we talked about, Liam Jones.
And it's good to see the Weslaco defense still out there working hard.
Sure.
Whether it's subs, whether it's seniors, the score. I mean, this game has been decided for a long time.
Flashback here now, number 5, Joseph Leal comes in to play corner.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I remember he started his high school career playing corner, along with another guy by the name of, and you might remember him, Chris Luna.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like them to be able to reminisce about.
The L&L brothers, Leal and Luna, were playing corners back then. He's playing it now. Watch number 5. You got to play corner right in the middle. They figured they would go right down the middle. Throws that out to the tight end, and that's back to the line of scrimmage originally. Quick, Leo Mann is the quarterback, throwing it out there to number 85.
Yeah.
Tight end, that's Preston Obrea.
Just one thing real quick, because we don't want to insult any of our viewers or listeners tonight.
Right.
For the Knights. Is there anything that they really need to work on a lot from what you've seen tonight? Or
I'll tell you what Coach Syme said.
Okay.
He felt this team was ready to take the next step.
Okay.
He thought that last year they felt short. They were quite not there yet. This is Coach Syme saying it.
Yeah.
This team, this squad, he feels is different. So he says, and they worked on it, especially after they lost to Vandergrift last year.
Yeah.
He says, look, we worked hard, and we put things together, and I really do believe it was hard to replace our quarterback. The quarterback went on to play also at the next level. So, that's tough to do. I think he ended up either at UTEP or UTSA, I think one of those universities. So you replace that talent. We talked about replacing with Weslaco, right? They had the same questions. Who's going to be our quarterback? And he said it was an open competition. That's where it was. They did not have a quarterback until the non-district campaign started, and they decided DJ Green was going to be the guy.
All right.
So, that tells you also the work in progress that the Steele Knights have put in as well.
Well, one thing, even though he's not a Panther coach, Coach Burgett retired. We wish him the best of luck and enjoyable, retirement and whatever else he decides to do in his life.
Long coaching career.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Yeah.
Well deserved, and he's the one that really got the offense going for
East.
For East.
Yeah.
So we want to congratulate him.
Weslaco East.
And of course, Coach Stroman couldn't be a nicer man for us. That we basically do. You do a few games for East, but you're basically one of the broadcasters for the Panthers.
And there's a flag there.
He talks to you all the time.
Yeah.
I don't spend as much time.
Sure. And
doing that, but I do. He's always nice to me when he sees me.
And this goes back to the community, right? Obviously, we'll briefly talk about it and move on. The Weslaco East is opening up for a new coach. So that's always exciting to see how they happen.
Yeah.
When that happens, we'll see. But that's where they are now as a program, part of the community there in Weslaco, the Weslaco East Wildcats. Remember, you also have redistricting. In other words, they kind of adjustment every 2 years. They change the districts. It's very interesting.
Well, I know you were telling me some stuff. I won't get too much into it right now.
Right.
But that the way they may redistrict, the 6A may become a big district in our neck of the woods.
Right. That's what they're saying.
Look at this.
Big run there.
Big run. That's going to go all the way for a score. nice job by some of the subs.
Yeah, Ryan Duca
Yeah, for
comes in the
Cibolo.
game. First carry as a touchdown, a junior running back. Ryan Duca, another back
Yeah,
who will be back next year
right.
for the Cibolo Steele Knights. Man, he had some speed, didn't he?
Yeah,
Nice jets there. But yeah, you're right. Well, after the 2-year change, and we'll see, you know, where the big rumor is, a big six, as you mentioned, big 6A.
yeah.
We'll see. You know, Weslaco is always in the middle of things.
And that doesn't happen until February, right?
That's
when they do
until
that?
February. So we got plenty of football from
Yeah.
here to there. And things can obviously change,
Yeah.
and, you know, we'll see. Extra point is about to come.
Is this the usual kicker?
Yep. Well, they have a different one. We'll see. This is Ralph Lara,
Okay.
young sophomore.
It's up, and it's good. So 45-0, 7 minutes approximately left here in play.
So yeah, that'll be a big determining factor on where Weslaco goes. Obviously, you know, I think it's another thing everybody's been talking about, and it's worth mentioning. Whether it happens or not, it's in the minds of the people in the community of Weslaco. Will the Tinaco Bowl ever come back?
What's that?
Will the Tinaco Bowl ever come back?
Okay.
That's a question. And that's just one thing that everybody wonders. You know,
Well, some people like it. Some people don't
Sure.
want to see the two play each other.
sure, it just depends.
Yeah,
but
so it's to each his own.
yeah, it would obviously be a non-district because Weslaco
Yes.
East is in 5A. Weslaco will remain in 6A. But, you know, it depends on what side of the community you're on, right? You said it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Nah, not much.
I mean, it would be fun to watch and fun to broadcast.
Sure. Every time you have a competitive game like that, and Weslaco East has been competitive, that's one thing about the team. They're competitive. They would be fun to watch this
But
Weslaco High
then
team.
there would be, like, competition to determine who would do. You would broadcast for both.
Oh, geez.
But, then, either Joe or I couldn't have one less game to do each year. So, in a way, that would be negative.
I don't know if I could take it. I'd rather just watch it. I'll take the night off. Be a spectator for that
Yeah,
night.
I hear you.
So now the changes continue for Weslaco High, and I think at this point we're going to start seeing some of the other players come in,
Okay.
take a shot at it. Weslaco has a lot of running backs, and it's a good opportunity to see them. We mentioned by them Andres Mandujano is a junior. He might get some running shot. Damian Porras is a senior. He's going to be back there returning the kick with D'Angelo Gonzalez, number 28. He's got some speed out there. See if they give him the ball. We're
Yes.
gonna give him an opportunity. Let's
Well-
see. No, it's going to be one of the up men. Trying to put his head down.
Yeah. Well, one of the keys you're looking for here is you don't want to get shut out, or your only points of the night, you go for a field goal just to say you weren't shut out.
Right. Yeah, at that point you start thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you might say, well, I want to at least say we scored tonight.
Right.
So on a fourth down, you might, if it's close enough, you might just go for the field
If
goal.
anything else, put a drive together, something positive.
Yes, you want to
I
end the
think
season that
as an
way.
offensive lineman and an
Yeah.
offensive unit, you want to do that.
Yeah.
I think you work really hard during the week, during the season. Put it together.
You definitely want to see Weslaco get some points. Obviously, if you're their opponent, the shutout is great for them, but okay, that's almost a first down, I think.
Yeah, nice run there by David Garcia, senior running
Yeah.
back for Weslaco High. I thought at this point we would see him, but maybe Coach Roman is thinking like you and me. Hey, let's put up some points, and then let's see if we can bring in some of our younger guys.
Yeah.
That could be the case. We'll see here in a
One of the
second.
things I'll miss in the offseason is you saying to me, don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, that's right. Every time we come to Shirley Field, I don't know why you continue calling me Shirley. You have to be from a certain era to catch that joke, by the way. I don't think everybody will catch it.
No, not everybody will catch that.
Yeah, there you go. Put his head down.
And of course, there was that. What about
There you go, see
the
it.
maid? Remember Shirley?
Shirley, yeah.
You got it. That's almost before your time.
That's almost before, yeah. I remember just because I'm a movie buff.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice run there by number 23, David Garcia, picking up a first down. So I think Coach is going to ride with the seniors.
All right. Well, that's his perspective. There's different ways of looking at it.
I thought we would, see something a little different, but that's okay too.
Yeah.
You have guys that are coming over and they got some experience, sure. Gonna go wide as Malachi.
No, Malachi. Let's see that touchdown. Well, it was nice. He got inside the 25.
Good running there by Malachi. That guy, Malachi, picking up a big first down. You can see his speed.
In the
Once he gets out
offseason,
there,
maybe you can work with him and do some blocking.
Yeah, I'll tell him, if I block this way, go the other way, because I'm going to collapse in a minute. Yeah, you start bringing in some guys now. Weslaco looks like they're going to bring in some guys here in a minute.
Yeah.
If anything, here comes the offensive lineman. Yeah, you were missing an offensive lineman. I was about to say that offensive line looked very, very short. Somebody is missing on one side. You know, as an offensive lineman,
yes,
they teach you to line up your heels to the toes, and they have this thing.
Yeah.
Right? So you match up, and when you match up and you go heel to toe, and then you go my toe,
right,
my heel to your toe, and wait a minute, there's no toe there. That's when you say, wait a minute, there's a guy that's supposed to be next to me, he's not blocking. That's scary. All of a sudden you're like, what happened to my left tackle if you're playing guard? You know? Hey, if anything else, we might see another guy who comes back. We haven't talked about him. He's just a junior. And what a weapon this year. Ricardo Zuniga.
Okay.
The field goal kicker for Weslaco High members. Got a leg.
Yeah.
They're in field goal range.
Yeah.
Right now, if they want to take it. I mean, if anything else, and try to put up 3 points if nothing else materializes.
I just saw Carlos give a big hand to the band. They definitely have earned all kinds of applause tonight.
Oh, sure. Sure.
The dance team and the band.
They owe us a song. I've been asking for the Purple Panther all season.
Yeah, you've done that for several years
Oh,
now.
yeah, I've been asking for it. I told Coach, go to the catalog. Find the coach, the band director. Hey, give us. And he remembers it, too. He says, oh, yeah.
Do they still at home games? Because I was sick for most of this year, so I missed most of the season.
They haven't played it.
Don't know. I knew that for a fact. But do they ever bring out the big Panther?
Oh, like they used to do it before? No. They kind of.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one they used to push around.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, they have something different now. I think they got some flags or something.
Okay. Well, at the times change, but the Panther was pretty cool.
I told them that you and I could run over whenever it was touchdowns. We would run with the flags.
Yeah.
Now, that would be a sight, right?
Yeah. I wish they'd allow me. Of course, I got a big yard, but not that big. I wish they'd let me get a Panther, and then I could bring it to the games.
That's right. A successful season for your Weslaco High Panthers. This is the first time in a couple of seasons, so it's a special season.
Okay.
Obviously, it's going to fall short tonight, but it's a special season because it's been at least a couple of seasons where Weslaco has won district championships.
Yeah.
But or by district championships, but no district championships. This year they got 2.
Right.
District championship and by district championship. Look at Luna.
Oh, look at Luna go!
Luna's gonna score. Touchdown.
All right.
Needed that one.
It was good that one of our veterans came through with maybe the only touchdown of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah. You work hard all season.
Yeah.
If you're Luna, you gave it all you could. You score a touchdown, and that's the way it should end, with Chris Luna and a touchdown for the senior quarterback. Extra point is about to come.
All right.
Up and good.
Yeah, so the kicker got to get a point in the final.
Yeah, he got in there too. So he'll be a weapon next year too. Remember? And he's not just a weapon because he can do really solid field goals, but he is a valuable member of the Weslaco Panther Corps. Plays the tuba.
That's right.
Multi-talented player. There's just no way. I was thinking, as an offensive lineman, you had to go out there and you were part of the band, and then you had to play offense, and then you had to go through. Are you kidding? These kids, these young athletes are just that. They're athletes. There's just no way, that back in the day, it just wouldn't have happened. But it's changed. These players are athletes in all sense of the word. So congratulations to Coach Stroman, the rest of the staff here. The Panthers.
Talk about some of the primary coaches if you want. We haven't got to that yet.
We've got to give them credit. Every year, remember, it was in the beginning of the year, obviously, and by the way, congratulations. I told him I would say this. Coach Peña over at Edinburgh High.
Yeah.
They play tomorrow, by the way.
All right, that's fine.
So they'll be playing in Saturday afternoon game. But, he was the offensive coordinator here, left. head man now at Edinburgh High. And there's a Panther Paul sticker coming to to number 79. Zuniga is going to end the night with another one. So the question was up in the air, who takes the offensive coordinator position? So Coach Roel Sanchez, who was already on staff, became the offensive coordinator. Fine job. Brought a couple of wrinkles in as well.
Yeah.
You know, and so that was a big thing. That was an important spot, and of course a mainstay now on the defensive side. We talk about Coach Eddie Ramirez. He's a Panther himself, graduated from Weslaco. I was a linebacker, is the defensive coordinator linebackers coach. He's been there for some years, and he honestly, together with the rest of the staff, put together one of the better units in the Valley, defensive teams.
Right.
At least towards the end of this season here, the last month or so, they were giving no points to anyone.
No.
Obviously changed tonight, you know. You see
this is the quality of competition.
Yeah. So, but still, you see one of the better units.
Yes.
Coach Ramirez and the rest of the staff, he'll give everybody else, you know, Coach Morales, Coach Zamora, Coach Vento, always giving us the words of wisdom. Yeah, the words of wisdom.
We didn't get any from him tonight. That might have been the mistake.
You know,
we don't like to bother everybody all the time.
Right. You know, we sometimes, you know, they're busy with trying to get last-minute preparation.
And Stroman, we actually went up to him early, you know, in warm-ups. Usually we do it late, but we wanted to, like, not bother him too much.
Sure, they were getting ready. So that's on the defensive side. You know, you have those coaches, and then on the offensive side, we mentioned Coach Sanchez, Frank Rodriguez, the tight ends coach. And then Coach Cuellar and Larry Cardenas, doing a good game with the running game, offensive line. Coach Caballero. You know, Coach Caballero, Rick Caballero, interesting guy because he does special teams as well, but he's also the running backs coach. So he's got double duty.
Isn't it Coach Cardenas, isn't his father like related, like a grandfather or something to
could be
to Lola and my buddies Lola and Kat?
It could be.
Yeah. No, I think he is.
Okay.
I think he is related to them.
So Ray Caballero, one of the coaches asked Coach Stroman about it. He says, you know, he's been on my staff ever since he's been here, and he's been along with me. He's gone different spots that I've gone. He's gone with me. So
I think Coach Cardenas just came this year. This season.
Okay.
Because we had a little get together over at this restaurant in McAllen for Lola and Kat.
Okay.
And this friend of mine was a disc jockey, like performed for 2 and 3 hours and played some music. So it was a fun evening.
Coach Billy Cardenas, receivers and head strength and conditioning. I run away from him every single time I see him. He wants to put me in shape. I said, "Oh no, Coach Cardenas, I'm heading the other way."
That's funny.
And then this is an important group here. We don't mention them as much, and when we do, it's usually not a good sign. The athletic trainers.
Yes,
Gary Aguirre and Ali Borrego have done a fantastic job of keeping these. No major injuries all season long.
No, it was great.
This goes back. Coach Stroman will tell you it's all about conditioning. It's all about having everybody on the same page.
And have people hydrated enough. You know, all that.
Sure.
All that.
Yeah.
And also, you know, it's been great. I missed part of major part of this season because of being ill.
Yep.
But I want to thank you and Mike for filling in, and of course, and Carlos letting me come back for the last couple games of the year.
Yep.
And it's just the whole staff is great, you know. And we definitely want to recognize the people here tonight. Mike helping out with stats. Carlos helping pick up your stuff when you drop it on the next row.
You know, my play sheet. Yeah, you know, that's.
Yeah.
It looks like I had funny story. I have a long, you know, it's like a play sheet. It's like a coach is calling play sheets, but it's not a play sheet. It's just a roster and information. The other night I was walking with it and it says, "Hey, coach, good job."
That's fine.
I said, "Wait a minute." I said, and you know what I said? Well, thanks.
Well, that's cool. And of course, we want to thank our gentleman that helped us out tonight, doing a great job. Vinny Barry, who drove here, and obviously is our videographer.
Yeah.
Okay, and Adrian De Leon, who's kind of our producer and streamer tonight.
Sure.
So, and then everybody else, I don't have time to go through the names because we're just about out of broadcast time. But Mike Palacios, you know, all the videographer, all the people. Joe does the sound there. All the people that work when we do home games behind the scenes. So we want to thank you all for a great job this season. And want to thank ABD who came in 1 week to help you out.
Sure.
The last game to determine the district. Well, that was nice run.
Nice running there by Garcia. Sure, he's.
I'm glad he's got a chance. He's had injury issues.
Yep.
So I'm glad he got to do some stuff.
Yeah, that crew, whole crew you mentioned, all those guys.
And all the people that, help sell, raise money selling stuff at the games, goodies and stuff.
Yeah, second to none.
Yeah.
Second to none. These guys are the top of the top.
People that work in the K-West office, the office staff.
Gonna take a shot.
Okay.
Oh, nice catch.
Nice catch.
Luna with a beautiful pass. Pretty ball.
Who got
Pretty
it?
ball. That was Joseph Leal.
I thought so.
Joseph Leal has done that all season. Why not end the season with a nice win as well? Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, he was one of the guys
I
I wanted to see score, him and Luna.
Oh, sure.
I mean, any of them would have been great. But those are two ones because of how they work so much doing offense and defense during their career.
Yeah. Extra point is up.
You know what?
Extra point is good.
Again, I'm glad that he got the point. But I would have liked to see attempted a 2-point conversion between Leal and Luna.
They had some fun ones this season. I'm happy you mentioned it. When you said that,
Yeah.
I remember Weslaco High, not until this game, obviously, because of the score, but every single game before this one, they have always gone for a 2-point conversion.
Yes.
So it's so yeah, it happens. You're right. They tried 2 points different ways. They scored on a couple of times on them already this season.
Yep.
So yeah, they've tried a couple of things
And
here
of course, we're so glad that or so proud of the job Joe does with because you worked with him several times.
Yeah.
At Weslaco East.
Oh sure. Yeah. Part of our staff.
Yeah, we're proud of him. I don't really ever work with him personally, but I'm glad, proud to call him a friend and proud of his abilities and how talented he is. And how dedicated he is to, the Weslaco ISD.
He's a pretty good guy. Just don't tell him, okay?
Okay. Well, maybe he's not listening right. Maybe he's tuned out by this point.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's on vacation time. It's after the season. All of us look for a little vacation time. He might be doing that now. He's a smart man,
Yeah. Oh, no one ever accused him of being stupid.
Oh no, he knows what he's doing. There you go. Another Panther paw sticker. For Zuniga.
And if you're into that type of thing, he's very spiritual. He's a preacher, so I admire him as a person, for what a good person he is as a person.
Would you, at this spot, well, maybe it's 55 seconds, right?
Yes.
To start bringing in some of the guys. At this point, you might just see a knee, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd take a knee at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to
there's
bring
no
anything or anyone?
No one's trying to run up a score or anything. These coaches respect each other.
Sure.
There's going to be none of that type of thing.
I get you. Yeah, so Weslaco was able to put up a couple of points here at the end.
Yeah, that was good. That's the beginning of next season.
Yeah.
The last, 5-10 minutes?
And I'm excited for it. I'll be honest with you. It's gonna end tonight, but as soon as they end, they start working on it again.
Yeah, and we got a couple guys going to play basketball.
Yeah, and then they do 7-on-7. They're very active on 7-on-7. This Panther team, you're gonna see them. I think that's where you're gonna see on 7-on-7. Coach mentions it doesn't transfer necessarily to the next level of football or whatever in tackle. But he says, I would like to see what some of these teams do. You know what I mean? And he wants to see what he's got.
Oh, yeah, and I want to thank everybody that decided to either listen to this or spend the money to watch it.
YouTube,
we
got it, and then we also got it through NFHS.
Yeah,
so
whoever. Okay, so final score, 45-14. Steele looked very well tonight. We wish them the best of luck. And, of course, all the athletes coming to shake hands. Weslaco, what a great job getting to the area round and maybe even further next season.
Right. It ends here. Positive things come out from our loss.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exciting season. Congratulations by district champions. District champions, your Weslaco Panthers end tonight.
And though I only got to work with you on a limited basis this season, Fred, always enjoyable.
Appreciate it.
And I want to thank my only road trip this year. Enjoyed it as always with Adrian and Vinny. And again, we look forward to working with you maybe in other sports this year, but definitely football next year. Once again, 45-14. Good luck to Cibolo Steele as they move along in the playoffs. And like Fred just said, a great year for Weslaco, even though it ends tonight. So be safe, everybody. Have a safe trip, whether you're going back to the Cibolo Steele area or going back to Weslaco. Have a safe trip. And again, we appreciate your support. Good night. God bless. And we'll talk to you in the near future. Goodbye, everybody.